on the halves gathering. Some new fields today. Let's hope that we're successful, and if you see any more of this video, then I've got something to show you. Well, today I've got the Legend, as you can see. I have got the new LG34 coil on it with the new free upgrades. So I'm finding it really good. Very easy to use, lighter than the normal standard coil. Can't say it's any better than the standard coil, but I'm certainly finding things, certainly getting things very deep. You probably can't see that. I'll try and get myself in the way, but I'm on a fairly simple setup today. In field mode, got the G for ground mode, M2, and I just keep turning the sensitivity up or down depending on who's around me. At the moment I've got it on 22, which seems to be finding stuff okay. So it's getting very wet out here, but that's today's setup. Nothing in particular in the settings. Got sensitivity set at 7, but I do knock it down to 5 for most of the time, just play around with it as I'm going along. I'm on 4 tones. Sorry, I've got the sound up on 4. My tones, I'm on 6 tones, not 4 tones. And then the rest of it is pretty standard as it comes out of the box. Okay, so that's today's soggy setup. Well, you can look how deep I had to go for this one, way beyond the length of my pinpointer. So I'm a bit out of breath, and all for a very, very old horseshoe. So first dig of the day, let's hope it brings me some luck. I think I hit it with the spade as well, but anyway, a bit of junk really, but a very old horseshoe or ox shoe. So right, on to the next. As the wind gets up again, I hope you can hear me. Thought I'd show you these. I must have found half a dozen of these now. Because of their shape, they keep tricking me. They sound really, really good on the Legend. They're made of iron, they're round, and I think there may be a hole in the middle. But they're scattered around everywhere. So if anybody knows what they are, please drop me a comment below, and I'll be interested to see why I'm finding so many of them in this particular spot. So whether there was an old foundry or something around, I'm not quite sure, but at the end I'll show you how many I found. Okay. Well, I hope you can hear me over the wind, but I think that's another sort of very old horseshoe type thing. Clearly broken, and so let's hope this next horseshoe brings me as good luck as the last one. And sorry for a piece of grass in the way. There we go, let's move that out of the way. So on to the next. Well, this one is a strange looking piece of lead. Some ripples in it. I don't think it's anything, I think it's just the way it's been melted, but rang up nice. There used to be a lot of Roman activity up here, in this area I should say, but who knows, very difficult to date lead, so it could be Roman, it could be a lot newer, we'll never know. On to the next. Well, there's always one where you wish you'd actually done a live dig. There's a piece of iron next to this, it sounded awful, but I am really not sure what this is. It feels like silver, looks like there's writing on it, and I may just have found my first hammered coin. 'coin. It's tiny, so I I think it's a sixpence. There's a crack in it. I don't know whether I did that with the spade. It could be new, because I think I was digging the iron. Anyway, I will clean it up when I get home, and there should be a picture coming up now, and hopefully I will have identified it by then. But possibly my first ever hammered coin. So I won't keep showing you these, but as you can see, here's another one. They ring up very well because of their shape, they're round, but they're becoming a pain. Okay, on to the next. Well, it's time for a little bit of lunch. So far this morning, just the one good find. The small silver hammered penny, which I'll try and identify later. Lots and lots of those little iron things, but plenty of more land to go at if I turn you around. We've got all of this. You can see some of the half guys. We've got this interesting terrace that's been done with some more half guys, and that field's where the farm's put all the sheep to keep them out of our way, or most of them. One or two have escaped. So anyway, we'll continue, and after the short break. Well, as the rain's starting to come down, not my first ring thing. These are always a nightmare. They ring up pretty well because they're circular but made of iron. Right, not sure how long I'm going to keep in the rain, but we'll keep going for a little bit more and see what we can get. On to the next. Hello and welcome to the roundup. The clouds have come in. It's starting to rain a bit, so we'll see how far we can go. So let's go straight to the finds board. So you can see, not every day is full of coins, but here we can see a selection of the junk. All these things were found. I didn't show them all. I'm sure you'd get very bored if I did. Dozens of these things. Really need to find out what they are. They ring up very, very well, but they are sort of iron, and they're all about roughly the same size. Eventually I worked out not to dig them, but I'm still intrigued as to why the field was absolutely covered in these things, at around 3 inch deep, ringing at around 28 on the Legend. As for the rest, well, I think you saw me pull a couple of the horseshoes out, or part horseshoes. They did bring me luck. Didn't bother with the knife, didn't bother with the shotgun shells or the lead. I think you saw the ring thing. As you can see, many holes dug, but I think it's probably best if I get straight onto the best find of the day, which is this silver. I think it's a groat. Having looked at it under a microscope, I can just about make out some lettering, and I believe it's Elizabeth I from around 1560 to 1600. So a silver groat. There's not a lot on there. You can actually see some of the lettering, but there is a shield. If I turn it that way around, I will get you a close-up, because I know the GoPros don't really like close-ups. But there is a shield on there. It is a sort of short cross that goes to the inner circle and then a nice little fancy bit on the end. So my first ever hammered, I'm absolutely delighted with that. That's the find of my life so far, never mind the find of the day. I hope that wasn't me that hit it. I hope that was a plough. But anyway, so we'll put it back safe. So my first ever hammered coin on what started out a nice day, ended up a miserable day. But it doesn't really matter, because it doesn't get much better than that, finding an Elizabeth I somewhere in the middle of the 1500s, the 16th century. It's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for history. I'm not a treasure hunter, and so that is just absolutely fantastic. Anyway, if you do like my channel, please like and subscribe. I know the videos aren't out every week like some of the main YouTubers. That's because I don't come back to the UK very often, but when I do, I try and get out, and today has just been exceptional. So if you do like it, hit that subscribe button, tap on the bell so you know when I get videos out, and you'll get an alert. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed today. It's been fantastic. And thank you to the Harves, who once again have found some phenomenal land. So on to the next one. Bye bye.